Okay, this is going to be a general, brief, overall koelker walkthrough. So, trailer has arrived for demo. So the thing with the exterior is going to be, clearly you can see you have at least 10 feet. It's going to turn into 15 realistically, or maybe that entire run. So the roof stuff is going to turn out to be the roof stuff. The problem with trying to Frankenstein or piece together an exterior is you're basically just going to have to do the whole back side of the house, or it's not going to match. It's going to be almost impossible to find the exact same material. So you're highly likely, in my opinion, the entire run's going to have to be replaced. So you can see it's burnt to a crisp. All the way to the corner, basically. It doesn't look like it, but up close, the heat and soot damage goes all the way down, basically past the last window on the back side, which means that entire corner is going to have to be redone. And if you want it to be the right way and be a matching material and make sure it's sealed properly, because you're doing that corner, someone's going to have to decide if you also turn the corner and do what is about a 10-foot run to the gutter until it turns into brick again. So you have about very close to 10 feet here, maybe a little bit more. And then it turns into brick. The deck, this deck's going to have to get torn up, so it's a mismatch of boards, but mostly 2x6s. So you have vertically run undercarriage, and then it's just horizontal 2x6s all the way down. It's very close to 30 or 35 feet in length, and then the width expands to 15 feet. So you can see very simple, straightforward design. So you have the larger 2x10s or 2x8s that run under. I'll get a specific measurement on those with some horizontal or vertical pilings at a 90 for balance and support when necessary underneath. This was not built properly in the first place. So on top of being burned severely and scorched, there's no way to piece this back together. It's going to have to be replaced in its entirety. So that's the design there. We'll get specific measurements. Meter being the hot spot. We step inside to what is being called the gut areas. So this is what is referred to on the paperwork as the sunroom. So floor to ceiling, this is being considered a complete gut, as it should be. As you can see, this is completely wiped out in its totality. There's no way any of these fixtures are going to be able to be saved, but I believe it might be listed as remove and clean. I'm not quite sure about that. So this is what is called the master bedroom. This is also floor to ceiling, gut it, pull all the electricity. And then as we get into what is labeled as the primary bathroom, well, gonna need more light. So this, to me, the way that it's written up, with the original line items, in addition to what was supposed to be the final demo plan synopsis. So you can see wherever it calls for crown, if it calls for crown to be removed, as soon as the demo crew touches any of this, it's going to snap and break, which means it'll all end up having to come off and be replaced. It is called for the doors. All the doors are coming off. I believe the vanities and sink areas call for remove and replace. So this stuff is so old, when we remove it, it's highly likely going to break or cause wall damage. That's going to have to be dealt with. Believe it calls for the toilet to come up. I do not remember what it says about tile in the master. But yeah, that's what's called the primary bathroom. I'm not really quite sure what to call this area in front of the garage. I guess this would have to be the way the electronics are set up. This might be what is the living room. There's the TV mount on the wall. Next up, so you can see that this is tile that is right next to the master fake wood floor that is getting tore up and removed. Due to the inspection on the joist that needs to take place, it is currently unclear if this tile is going to survive, if I remember correctly. And then we transition to the real wood in the house. To me, this looks like a typical 3/4-ish. Maybe it's only a half. But there's a significant level of oak flooring, and I believe this is directly attached to the kitchen. So this is what is called the dining room. This also is where the HVAC closet is. You can see the return there. So all of the interior doors are called to be removed. And then this is the foyer and entry. The bookcase is called to be removed. I've not heard of any major plans for the fireplace or the fireplace wall. This leads into another area of what is labeled as the secondary bathroom. This is just a typical hall closet on the other side of the HVAC closet. So this is all original, real porcelain tile. This is not fake, and this is a real cast iron bathtub, which is surrounded by tile that's all highly likely to break. So this is called remove and replace. Once again, all the returns, electricity is called to be pulled off. So that's the secondary bathroom. Here is the office, and I believe this strange board has been called for removal and replace, but it butts directly up against to the drywall. So we're not quite sure what's going to happen behind there. It might turn into a further and full replacement. So, here's a closet here, and then more very specific crown, where if it breaks, we're not going to be able to match it. That is a running theme throughout the entirety of the house. The baseboards are in really terrible shape. So if they get removed, it's extremely likely they're immediately going to snap and break. You're going to run into the same problem with the wood trim. All major fixtures are called to be removed. Can lights. Here is another batch of tile. And it looks, it does carry through. So, laundry area immediately transitions to the wet wall and appliances. So fridge and dishwasher are due to be removed. And you can see the floor is highly likely to bust as it's multiple layers of tile. The tiles already had to be cut before to remove appliances the way that it was installed. So it's highly likely, the dishwasher is definitely stuck. The tile is gonna have to be cut or busted to even get the dishwasher out. So that's gonna happen. And then the cabinetry is called to be removed and to be put back into place. There's no way to clean it because it's fake. You cannot sand it. You're not going to be able to treat it chemically. So I'm not sure what's going to happen there. You can see the countertop, the backsplash. The backsplash, pulling this stuff out could very easily break it. So I'm not sure what's supposed to happen there. And then I'm not quite sure why it looks so different. I don't know if the tile is the same. It's close, but I cannot definitively say that the tile matches each other. It looks way different in the living room than it does in the kitchen and hallway and nook area. So that is the basic current rundown.